practice. Even though the bhikkhus only take 1 meal per day, there is plenty of food for them to eat, and they are not malnourished. The foreigners are served first, so that it is easier to serve them the different food. The foreigners may take the local Burmese food if they wish as well. After the local 1 meal bhikkhus get their food, the rest of the foreigner bhikkhus who take 2 meals per day receive their food as well. Finally, the major line, which has the local bhikkhus who take 2 meals per day, follows in line, starting with the senior bhikkhus. The line takes approximately 20 minutes to complete before everyone gets their food, and then they can begin eating. The rest of the bhikkhus are to follow. Afterwards, the young novice monks follow last. After the nuns get their food, the lay people prepare to get their meal. They chant a daily reflection on how important the food they are to receive is able to help them with their goal. That is, to be successful in their meditation. In the meantime, the monks are walking to their place where they will begin to eat their meal. At the same time, food is served in the lower monastery. There are no separate 1 meal or 2 meal lines at this serving station. Most of the women stayed near the lower monastery. Therefore, the nuns and laywomen get their food at this monastery after the monks receive their food. There are approximately 50 foreigner nuns and laywomen living at Pa-Auk Forest Monastery at one single time. Eventually, everybody gets their food. After the foreigner nuns get their food, the local nuns, or what we call sila shins, wait in line to receive their food. There are approximately 130 nuns living at Pa-Auk Forest Monastery at one single time. After the monks receive their food, they begin preparation for eating their meal. Then they can finally begin eating. Whether or not the monks take 1 meal or 2 meals per day, they are not allowed to eat after high noon or around 12 o'clock p.m. Even so, the monks have more than 1 hour to eat all they need, which is plenty of time. Although the food helps keep the bhikkhus going, sometimes health problems can arise. The clinic was created for this purpose of storing and dispensing medicines to bhikkhus in need. Various medicines are available for sicknesses that commonly arise. These are donated by individuals and groups, also sometimes by the World Health Organization. About twice a week, doctors of Western medicine come from the local hospital in Malamyan to diagnose the bhikkhus who are ill. Next to the clinic is the hospital, or what we call the Arogya Sala. In this building, there are 8 rooms where the bhikkhus can be looked after while they are recovering from their illnesses. If the case is strong, they are sent to the local hospital in Malamyan. Next to the hospital is the library, or what we call the Pitaka building. In this building, there is the library on the top floor, where all the books are stored. The lower 2 floors have over 30 dormitory rooms. On the first floor is the Sangha office. This is where much of the paperwork and administration work is performed daily. The top floor is where all of the books are stored and can be borrowed to the monastery residents. Books have been donated over the past 2 years, and now there are many titles. There are now over 1,500 English books for the foreigners to read, complete with a full English translation of the Buddhist Pali Canon. The translations are by Wisdom Publications and by the Pali Text Society. Other titles include topics on meditation as well as general Dhamma. There are many other books as well on topics such as self-help, psychology, health, and learning strategies. Other foreign language titles exist also. These books are primarily in German and French. And there is also a large Chinese collection too. Down the road exists the Pali School. In this building, the young novice monks begin their basic Buddhist studies. They are to memorize